Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how I make my own vegetable juice. Without the use of a juicer, I actually use a blender. As you can see, I have beets, carrots, apples, celery. This is how I was taught to make juice by my mom. The first step that I wanted to explain was preparing the beets. As you can see, they're very hard and they're raw. You can't eat them like this. So what I do is I have some water here getting ready to boil. Once the water is boiling, I will drop the beets in and wait for them to get nice and soft, and that's how I know they're ready. And while that's going on, I'll just show you how to cut up the rest of the produce. So carrots are already washed and peeled. Just going to cut it in big chunks. You can obviously use whatever fruits and vegetables you want. Just chose more. These are all more affordable groceries. There was a sale on beets, so we decided to get some of those. You could add more greens. You could add lettuce, spinach, kale. You're kind of a first timer to juicing. Not hardcore juicing, but you're just like first getting introduced to it. This is a good recipe to kind of teach your palate, cleanse your palate a little, get yourself used to lighter flavored vegetables. Here I'm just cutting some red delicious apples, and these have already been washed also. I'll just cut one for now. But I have 3 of them, and hopefully I can fit it all into the blender. If not, I'll just have to kind of do it in bunch of small batches or something. Here's just the celery, and I like to cut it in a big bunch like this instead of sticks. That way I can just use the leaves. Not too many people eat the leaves. We don't really eat the leaves, but it's supposed to be healthy for you, so that's why I like to add it in juice instead of just eating the celery stalks and throwing the leaves away. That seems like we used half the stalk already. I used like the whole half of the bunch, and I'm just gonna cut this stalk up, and then I think that's enough celery. We'll see later. I'm gonna cut the rest of the apples and I'll be back. So the beets took about 40 minutes in total to get soft. Now I just have them in some ice water, and as you can see, they still have the there's skin on them, and what you do to peel them, you can't really peel them, or it's harder to peel them, I guess, if they're raw. So what I do is you could peel them under running water, and you just kind of massage it, see, with your fingers, and that's the beet skin that comes off. So do that to all of them, and then they look like regular beets in the end. Then we're going to chop these up and throw them in the blender. So I will be back. I'm just going to finish doing this. Okay, so here's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's juicing time. So now that the volume went down a lot, we can finally add the rest of our produce and see if it fits in here now. So the rest of our celery. Mash it down. Apples and carrots. And try to do this nice. Add the rest of the beets. And since we're putting more produce in, need more water, so let's call it about a cup total. So a cup total of water. It's kind of it's not really an exact science. You just have to make it easy enough for you have to make it a little easy for the blender, unless you have a super powerful blender, I guess. So let's get this going again. So this is what it looks like afterwards. After you add a little bit more water, you're left with the pulp. And because it's so much, it's almost 72 ounces of pulp. I'm going to use this big bowl to hold the juice. And because we don't have a juicer, this is a mesh produce bag. See if I could fit it over. And we're just going to pour it in. And actually, you should do little bunches at a time, unless you have gigantic hands. And what you're going to do is lift it up. Look, you already have all your juice. And the pulp is so heavy that it kind of is juicing itself. But you might need to help it once in a while, so you just basically, you squeeze the bag. So after you've juiced, this is all that's left. This is all the fiber that was in the produce. I just throw it away, but I do know that there's a few recipes. I know some people don't like to do this without having a use for the pulp. I know there's a few recipes for using pulp. I've seen recipes for meatballs, maybe cookies too, but I just I think I get enough fiber in my diet anyway that I don't really see the point in holding on to the pulp. But if you're hesitant about juicing because you're not sure what to do afterwards with this, there's a lot of online resources, I'm sure. I'm also going to show you your mesh bag. So I'll show you guys me tasting it. Little taste test. Here you go. Really refreshing. Not too sweet. Don't really taste much of the vegetables, but you get a lot of good out of it. And it's a great way, you know, to get back on the diet wagon if you're looking to be healthy in general or to lose weight. You've been eating too much junk. I like to do the juicing, kind of feel like it resets your body. I forgot to mention that there's a lot of things you can add to your juice if you wanted to. I've added aloe vera water to mine. You can add, if you want it a little bit sweeter, you can add orange juice to it or whatever fruit juice you like. You could add lemon juice to it if you wanted to detoxify a little bit. Lemon juice has a lot of good benefits to it, as well as apple cider vinegar, although I have not tried that. But yeah, you could do coconut water. That's really good too. Yeah, there's a lot that you can do with juice. You can pretty much go nuts as you can with fruits and vegetables. But don't feel limited. You know, you might as well experiment with the juicing. Now that hopefully you learned something, hopefully from this video. If there is something that you do different with your juice, feel free to recommend it to me. I'm always willing to talk juice with other people. Maybe you have a different way of going about it, or maybe there's something I'm missing. Feel free to leave me a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to make more home videos, more vegan videos, more anything really. But thank you so much for watching if you've made it to this point, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.